Namaste, I am Alok Shrivastava with the American Hindu Coalition. Today we have our two officers of the coalition, Mr. Shekhar Tiwari, who is the chairman, and also Mr. Harsh Sethi, who is the president. So today I am here to ask few questions to them to tell about the audiences about the American Hindu Coalition. So my first question is with our chairman, Shekhar Tiwari ji. Please tell something what motivated to form the American Hindu Coalition.
Hindus came to this country almost 150 years ago. They first came to California. So there is a county in California which has only 6. Later on they came New York, New Jersey, California. So today that much time has passed and we are 5 million of them. 2.5 million came from India and 2.5 million came from 15 different countries in the world. But there's one thing common among them. We carry Hindu values. And Hindu values are not the same as the Christian values or the Jewish value or Muslim values. Values are very old as the India's, which is 17,000 years old. So we carry these values. So even though we are here in this country and politically we fall into Republican or Democrat, but we don't behave like Christian values. Values are ingrained into our blood and we cannot change it. For example, look at the two candidates. One is Tulsi Gabbard, another one is Kamala Harris. They both are Hindus. One claims to be Hindu, other does not claim to be Hindu. Kamala was raised by a Hindu mother and she learned the Hindu values as a child. Tulsi is a Hindu and she behaves like a Hindu. She takes positions like a Hindu. Now if you look at them in debates, Kamala portrays herself as a black. Tulsi portrays herself as a Hindu. Now on issues, Kamala takes the issues which the blacks do. That is, they are victims. They are victims of discrimination. They are blacks. They don't get a job. They are discriminated by whites. But Tulsi does not. Because we believe, and as the American Constitution says, God is one, and we are created equally by the same God. As such, we are all equal. So we Hindus believe that we are not superior to anybody, we are not inferior to anybody, we are all the creations of the God. So that goes into our behavior. We don't treat anybody as inferior to us. We build businesses, we are scholars, we teach in college, but we treat everybody equally. That's what this country is about. So we Hindus, American Hindus, are basically aligned with the American Constitution, but not all of them. So now how do I convey to these 5 million people that you are a Hindu and you carry a value separate than Christian values and Jewish values? Jews have the same problem. They realize that they are Jews and they carry the Jewish value. So that's why they created American Jewish Coalition. So to remind people that they are Jews and carry Jewish value. For example, let's take wealth. We are supposed to be the richest per capita income group of the whole country, including the whites. Why? Because we Hindus believe that our dharma cannot be sustained without creation of the wealth. So it's a Hindu value. See? It's a Hindu value. Let's look at the abortion. We believe the body belongs to the woman. So we don't get excited by the Republican values that, the pro-life. We don't support the gun control. We do not support the gun because we believe the life is very precious. The only one who can take the life is the one that gives the life, which is the God. So it's a difference of values with the rest of the country. American Hindu Coalition was created to remind people, yes, you are American, yes, you can be Republican, yes, you can be Democrat, but you cannot behave differently than the values that you carry. That's why American Hindu Coalition was created.
Thank you, Shekhar ji, for giving the motivation why this American Hindu Coalition was formed. Sir, my next question is, so Harsh Sethi ji, who is the president of American Hindu Coalition. Sir, can you tell briefly what exactly the coalition do and what are the activities are?
Thank you, Alokji. Very good question you ask. We actually connect all ordinary people with politics and power. Not only myself, but it's a universal law: without power and without wealth, there is no society, no community, no religion can survive. So we connect with all these ordinary two powers. We don't dictate them to go to Democrat or Republican because we are 100% bipartisan coalition. But we try to connect with people with all the powers. And American Hindu Coalition, as Tiwari ji just said, we represent almost 5 million Hindus from almost 15 different countries, which we do give them empowerment.
So thank you, Harshi. As understood that American Hindu Coalition is formed to develop a political power for the Hindus, and thank you very much. And now I will ask to Shekhar Tiwari ji, give an example, such as Kamla Pandey issue in Trinidad and how the American Hindu Coalition helps and those kind of issues we take,
See, like the Jews are about 6 million in the United States, but 15 million out of the United States. One of them is Israel, which has 4 million. But rest of them are in 22 different countries. And many countries, they are treated so badly. No one should forget the fact that 5 million Jews were sent to the gallows, called Holocaust. So wherever Jews did not pursue the political power, they only pursued the wealth. They were subjected to torture. So in all these countries, 15 different countries, many countries, Hindus live as a second class or third class citizen. Let's take example of the Trinidad. Trinidad has a lot of wealth, oil and gas. But today, 2 oil companies always change the prime minister. Hindus come to power through parliamentary election, but the prime minister is always the same. He's an African American guy. Shouldn't call him African American. He's a native African American, and he always comes back to power because the oil companies manipulate where does the wealth of the oil comes in. Kamla Pandey is a Hindu, but she becomes prime minister when the election happened, and 15 days or 1 month after that, they change the prime minister. Same way in many other countries. Let's take Malaysia, where there are 5 million Hindus, but they're treated like dogs. Their homes are searched. They came to that country 150 years ago as a rubber plant plantation. But today, they didn't have a right to worship. The temples are, destroyed. That's not the only countries. Several other, Bangladesh has 15 million Hindus. They cannot celebrate their festivals. Their women are raped. Publicly, they are raped by the police stations. Now, so wherever we do not have political power, we are treated like that. So it's important that we create political power. If you look at water, it's a nimble and liquid. But if you create a hydroelectric out of that, you can imagine what the electricity can do. So political power is the life and blood of any society. That includes Hindus.
Thank you, Shekhar ji, for just giving one example how the Kamla Pandey Hindu is treated in Trinidad. I just want to add that American Hindu Coalition works very closely with the embassies and ambassadors of 15 countries from where most of the Hindus are migrated in the USA. As a matter of fact, American Hindu Coalition's events are attended by those ambassadors. And recently we interacted with the Pakistan's ambassador and with the embassy, and we brought up the issue of Hindu shrines in Pakistan. Many of you know that Ma Hingla shrine, which is the highest in Siddhapeeths, where her head is, that's in Sindh. So we also initiated the dialogue to bring the control of those shrines where they cannot take care under the American Hindus or American temples. Also, we are not a human rights organization. We purely for to get the political powers for the Hindus who believe in Hindu principles of enlightenment. My next question is with the Harshji. Harshji, you met twice with the Vice President Pence. You spent considerable time with him. And recently, American Hindu Coalition delegation met with the minority leader, Kevin McCarthy, and we very closely meet with different political leaders. So, sir, I just want to know what message you convey to them and what direction you are getting from them.
Look, Ji, a couple of times we met with them, and definitely we explored more that Hindus are in this country are the most capita income in education, in businesses, in wealth. They are the best of the best, and we don't demand them, and we don't ask them that we are looking for a special help or need. But definitely in the field of politics, we are requesting them that, like all the minorities and all these classes, that Hindus should be more preferable because they are more educated and more peaceful. They should be added in more politics.
Thank you.
See, in fact, we are the richest per capita income group among all Americans, including the Jews. We have the highest two-parent family. We have the highest, our kids are in Ivy League. We are the biggest beneficiary of the American dream, and we wanted to convey the American politicians, we are Americans, we are Hindus. And as such, we are part of the mainstream. We carry different values sometimes, doesn't align with Republican or Democrats, but we are Americans and we are Hindus.
Okay, thank you, Shekharji. At the end, I just want to tell that on September 1st, in Virginia's Bull Run Park, we are organizing India's Independence Day celebration. Very large crowd is expected over there. There are celebrities from Mumbai are coming, from Bollywood, and local political heavyweights, many senators, governors, congressmen, and local politicians. So I invite you all to come to September 1st to the Bull Run Park in Virginia. Also, our website is www.americanhinducoalition.com. Please visit and see our activities, and also enter your email address to receive our announcements. And if you want to contribute, you can contribute financially through that too. And again, the motivation of American Hindu Coalition is first, America first, and how to make the America strong. That's our motivation through Hindu enlightenment principle. And we are thankful to the Fox 5 Plus to giving us the opportunity to appear and convey about the American Hindu Coalition. And thank you very much, the studio. And again, this is organization of Hindus of American citizen. It's not an Indian organization, it's American organization, and work exclusively to make America strong for our future generation, because they are not going back, they are staying here in America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.